To be capable of violence, but choose peace. That's balance. That's true control. There's a strange balance to life. To be capable of violence and still choose peace. That's not something you find. It's something you build. Every day I test both sides of myself. One that destroys, breaks down, and tears apart. And one that creates, restores, and builds again. But neither can exist without the other. I definitely wasn't always like this. I used to be all over the place. No balance and no direction. Some days I'd burn myself out chasing intensity, but most days I'd procrastinate all day, not doing anything I actually wanted to do. I wasn't strong, I was inconsistent. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And nothing will change until you get brutally honest with yourself, which is when I realized I need to actually take action and do something with my life. Training at high intensity isn't just about muscle. It's learning how to control chaos. How to make your mind stay calm when everything else in you wants to quit. You learn that power means nothing if you can't aim it. Most people chase adrenaline for the feeling, but I chase it for control. Because when you can control that fire, you can direct it into anything. Into calisthenics, martial arts, even your work. But if you only live in intensity, you burn out. You become restless, impatient. The same drive that builds your strength starts eating away at your peace. This is the part most people never even experience. Your vision narrows, your breath spikes, and your whole body screams for you to stop. That's your nervous system hitting red light. Most people panic here. You need to repeatedly put yourself in this state, because it's exactly where discipline is built. Not in comfort, not in silence, but right here, in the chaos you've made the choice to walk into. Peace isn't just something I find in slowing my breathing or in silence. It's in the sound of my plane gliding through wood, the rhythm of my knife hitting the chopping board, the quiet moments on a walk with my dog. This is where I reset my mind. No rush, no goals, just the task in front of me. That's how I keep my thoughts from running. I don't escape them, I face them head on, no matter how much fear they come with. A lot of people think peace is the absence of noise, but real peace is the ability to stay calm while the noise remains. So start looking for what really brings you peace. It'll take a while, but it's worth it. If your life feels stuck, it's probably because you've been living in one gear for too long. Either your intensity is too high, always wired, too stressed to actually get anything done when you need to, and always burning out, or you're too comfortable, scrolling your way through the day, telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Neither one will give any actual results. You need contrast. You need moments that scare you and moments that slow you down. Without both, you'll stay exactly where you are, and you know it. Balance isn't doing less, it's knowing when to do more and when to stop. The higher your intensity, the deeper your recovery needs to be. If you train like a storm, you have to rest like still water. If you're not a formidable force, there's no morality in your self-control. If you're incapable of violence, not being violent isn't a virtue. Learn to be dangerous, and then learn to control it. If you want to start building this balance, don't overthink it. Start simple with just these two things today, not tomorrow. One thing that pushes your body to its limit, and one thing that quiets your mind completely. A hard set, cold exposure, a sprint, then a peaceful walk, cooking, or creating. Make that your goal every single day, and your nervous system will adapt faster than you think. The contrast trains your brain, It sharpens your focus, strengthens your discipline, and builds a level of control most people never even experience. When you train both sides, intensity and peace, something strange happens. You move slower, you speak less, and the people around you feel it. Not because you're intimidating, but because you're steady. You've built the capacity for force, and the discipline not to use it. That's what makes people feel safe around you. Not aggression, but control. Most people spend their whole lives stuck in the middle, never pushing hard enough to grow and make progress, and never slowing down enough to actually be present. Adrenaline and dopamine regulation. When you push your body to insane levels of intensity, whether that's heavy calisthenics, sprints, martial arts, you're forcing your body into a high adrenaline state. Your nervous system needs contrast to grow. If you don't push yourself in both extremes, how will your body know how to operate under pressure? Heart rate variability and recovery capacity. High intensity training teaches your sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight response, to fire efficiently. When you switch between high aggression and deep calm, something powerful happens in your brain. You strengthen your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for discipline, decision-making, and emotional control. Athletes call it state switching. Psychologists call it cognitive flexibility. The ability to snap from stillness into action and from action back into stillness. This makes you much more mentally sharp than most people who are only living in one gear. Every day I train my body to push harder and stay calm. Because power without peace leads to chaos. And peace without power just doesn't last. So find both. Build your storm, then learn how to quiet it, because the body can only go where the mind is disciplined enough to take it.